Here's to whiskey kisses, the peaty taste of sin.
Greetings, whiskey folk, and welcome to the official Dram Association Unbottling of Burnt Ends here at Drinking Out Loud. My name is Adam Bradshaw, and I am unsure about what I'm about to taste here. This is something very different, something I'm quite excited to try. We brought this in just before the Whiskey Festival, haven't managed to sample it yet, and I'm excited to be cracking a bottle open here today and sharing it with a bunch of people tomorrow at our brand new Whiskey Arrival Showcase. It's weird, it's different, it's interesting. It's made by Atom Brands, who are not strangers to weird, different, interesting things. In fact, they're the guys that do Boutique Whiskey Company and a whole bunch of other really cool things like the Darkness and the Worm Tub and, yeah, many things. But this is particularly experimental. The only thing I've ever had that's a bit like this before is Campfire by, who made Campfire? Oh, one of the bourbons. High West. High West made Campfire. This is a blend of peated Islay. I think it specifically says Islay whiskey. No, it doesn't say Islay whiskey. It just says peated and sherried single malt Scotch. So I don't know what region. I jumped to a conclusion there that isn't necessarily true. But blended with smooth Tennessee rye whiskey, and it has been expertly crafted to deliver distinctive, flavorful character inspired by the great pitmasters of America, crafted to the highest of standards, 45% alcohol, 90 proof. This is designed for the barbecue crowd. Burnt ends, like the burnt ends of is it a brisket that burnt ends come from? I think it's a brisket. I'm not a barbecue expert. Frank Hudson is a master of a barbecue. He does wonders with his big green egg. He'd be able to tell me. Frank, if you're watching, drop us a comment. I think burnt ends is brisket, but please confirm or deny. Very cool. I have no idea what this is going to be like. This is the wild card of the tasting. I don't have expectation. I don't know if it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, if it's going to be kind of normal tasting or really off the wall. This could be anything. What I will tell you is it is a featured whiskey right now because it is a part of our brand new Whiskey Arrival Showcase tasting. And if you want to try whatever is about to happen yourself, you can pick up a bottle online or in store. The regular price is $66. It's down to $59.40. But I will mention it's a 500ml bottle. So if you want the for equivalent value of a full-size bottle, times it by 1.5, so it's about $90 if it was a full-size bottle, but it's only 60, and you don't have to get all of it. 500 mils. All right, it's a screw top. It looks like a bottle of barbecue sauce. I'm just gonna say, and I think that's the aesthetic they're going for. Yeah, that was very uninspiring. That was not that. Where's the cork pop, guys? No, that's awful. But again, barbecue sauce aesthetic is, I think, what they're going for there. Let's see. Certainly doesn't smell like a barbecue sauce, which is probably a good thing for a whiskey, let's face it. Nice sort of sweet, spicy smoke kind of on the nose. It's much more restrained than I expected. I mean, it is only 45%. It's not cask strength, so it is, somewhat restrained. But yeah, it's not as powerful. It smelled just then like licorice, which is an interesting twist. I'm not sure I've ever had a licorice barbecue. It's not as weird as I was expecting on the nose, but it's also not as powerful as I was expecting on the nose as well. Something in this kind of format looks like it's supposed to rip your face off when you open it. It's fireball kind of esque. All right, let's crack into the palate, shall we? Interesting. More, on the palate especially, more heavily leaning towards the rye side of life. I think rye first. If I was to guess, it's probably 80-20 or something like that. There's not a whole lot of the peated sherry cask malt going on here, but what it does is kind of gives that rye a bit more bottom end. It's a little bit more fuller. It's a little bit more heft to it. It's interesting. It's nice. I like it, actually. My first impression is positive, which is somewhat surprising. So I was not convinced I was going to enjoy this. Oh, going back in, now I know what to expect. Looking for those rye notes, it is really quite good, actually. And I'm not sure if tasting this blind, I would pick what's going on here. I'm not sure I would necessarily pick that there is a sherry cask peated malt whiskey being mixed in with the rye. It just tastes like a really quirky rye. A really good rye. Tennessee? Did it say Tennessee rye? Who makes Tennessee? Who makes Tennessee rye? I mean, Jack Daniels does a rye. I don't know. I don't know what the story this could be. This is a complete mystery to me. I don't know what is going on here. But somehow, some way, it's somehow cohesive. It's not as weird as it should be on paper. It's actually pretty good. And again, not that weird's not good. I like weird. But this is... Yeah, it's good. You know, chef's going to love this. I need to make sure I give our chef a sample of this. This is right up chef's alley, I think. He's normally a bourbon guy. He doesn't mind a high American rye sometimes. I think he'll like that. Yeah. Challenge yourself. I hope that people at the tasting found this at the very least interesting. And if this sounds like something that you might enjoy, pick one up online or in store. Like I said, $59. So not a bad price to experiment with. The only thing I can say is I don't like the cap. It's light, it's flimsy, and it takes far. It feels like it's a little loose. You only have to twist it a little bit, and it feels like it wobbles around. Not a fan of the cap. Guys, do better. Maybe a squeezy bottle next time if you're going for the full barbecue sauce effect. But no, Burnt Ends, seal of approval. It's interesting. It's unique. I quite enjoy it. I'm surprised by how well it works, to be honest. And I shouldn't be. Atom know what they're doing. I should put more faith in Atom brands. They've been doing this a while. Yeah, Burnt Ends. Why the hell not? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us here on Drinking Out Loud. I hope to see you on another episode. And yeah, stay safe, stay well.